I'm back with the next part of our Peasant to Emperor series, and today we have one goal. That is to beat a kingdom so badly that they decide to finally end the war with us. I don't know which kingdom it's going to be, we might have to beat a few of them, but one of them will be ending the war. That is all I ask for. We're at war with 5 different kingdoms and it's not sustainable. Our kingdom will fall sooner or later, so we got to bring that number down. Whether it's Sturgia, the Aserai, or one of the empires, one of you have got to go. And well, first off, we are going to fight a Sturgian army. It is the one we left over from last time. It's the one I said I'd take down. And the Aserai are sieging a castle to the south. Oh man, our kingdom. It hurts a little inside every time I see a bit of our territory on the verge of being lost. Is there anyone else in this kingdom that can aid me? Is there anyone else fighting for their lives? And someone has just been taken prisoner. Okay, well it's good to know we're fighting. We're not winning, but we're fighting. That's an improvement. At least I know I'm not alone in this war. Hang on a minute. I've spoken too soon. The men are rallying. We defeated the Aserai army that was sieging the castle. I thought with the amount of losses we've suffered, the amount of kingdoms we're at war with, I thought morale was at an all-time low. I thought we were going to end up losing. But no, the men are rallying. Hold on a minute. We were just about to engage the Sturgians in combat when we got a notification. How badly did they beat the Aserai? In about 2 seconds, here I am preaching about how our goal is to end one of the wars, and they've just gone and done that. What happened in the south? Maybe I'm not protector of the realm after all. Maybe someone else has stolen that title from me. They gave the Aserai such a beating that they just don't want to fight anymore. There's always that awkward one guy, isn't it? One guy wants to keep the war going. Are you okay, my friend? We have lost territory to the Aserai. We have lost over 1,000 soldiers to the Aserai. We are at war with 4 other kingdoms, not including the Aserai. And you still want to fight them? This is the kind of kingdom I'm dealing with. But it is time to go to battle once more. If our allies can win in the south, we can win in the north. Someone quickly, stop the garrison. Don't engage the enemy in close combat. Come back. Oh no, it's gonna be brutal. They're not gonna be able to defeat the Sturgians. Why are you forming a circle there? What is the tactic? Alright, men, I need you here as quick as possible. We've got to protect the garrison. They're not gonna be able to defeat 300 odd Sturgians. Hang on a minute. I'm not gonna be able to defeat 300 odd Sturgians. Run! What am I thinking facing them alone? Alright, infantry, attack, men. Just attack. We don't have time to shield up. We have to aid our allies in combat. Archers, on the other hand, pray for us, my friends. Pray for us. Why has the garrison done this? If you just sat back with us, it would have been fine. We would have been able to hold the enemy back. But no. You had to charge, didn't you? You just had to. There are hundreds of enemy archers, but the men are providing cover fire. We can eliminate them. Hang on a minute. Have we won already? You know what, considering we weren't able to form a shield wall and we just had to run at the enemy, that's not bad. They all got wounded instead. We have to thank our miracle of a medic. He is still putting in some top performances. I would be lost without him. We must once again enter the battlefield. In the time that it took me to march from this castle to this settlement in order to sell some loot, we were informed that there is a Sturgian army taking the castle. There is a Northern Empire army taking this castle. There is a Western Empire army taking this castle. I literally walked about 2 meters down the road. We were gone for about a minute or two, and now 3 of our castles are on the verge of being lost. How? How do they keep doing this to me? I have to rely on the allies in the south. We have to believe that this army of 850 is going to take down the Western Empire. With the amount of Western Empire soldiers we've cut down, there is no way the army is bigger than 850. So you have to win in the south, men. As for the north, I have no idea what I'm dealing with. There are Sturgians and Northern Empire soldiers. I haven't fought the Northern Empire, so I don't know what kind of numbers they're going to throw at us. But the Sturgians, it has to only be a few hundred. It can't be that big of an army, surely. After the victory we just had, I'd be amazed if it's anywhere near 1,000. How do they do this? Where did you get that kind of troop count from? How have you pulled out 1,000 Sturgians? I don't understand. They're coming from nowhere. They're coming from everywhere. It's like they're just falling out of the sky. This just keeps going from bad to worse. I thought I'd take a look at the other castle to see what we're dealing with there. Maybe we can defeat them while the Sturgians become weaker from the siege. And I just found out there are 1,600 Northern Empire soldiers. Where did they get that kind of army from? I think it's safe to say that this castle with only 100 defenders is gonna fall. We're not going to be able to weaken the army enough to defeat them. We're not going to be able to defend the castle. But the Sturgian army we can defeat. We're not going to lose to the Sturgians. The Empire, that's a whole other problem. And by the looks of it, we defeated the Western Empire in the south. The garrison and the militia have held well. They have managed to defeat the enemy army so far. There are only 300 of them remaining. And now my force has arrived to relieve them of duty. We are going to clean up and eliminate the rest of them. In this army there are 11 Sturgian lords that we can attack. If we can capture all of them, lock them up, we might be able to end the Sturgian War. Hold on a minute, this is an exact repeat of the previous battle. We are next to this tree. The army have formed a circle on top of the hill. The Sturgians have run at us at full speed. I'm having some serious deja vu right now. Alright, archers, move forward into position. Infantry, you may as well charge. What is going on here? This is an exact repeat of the previous battle. There are just less Sturgians. We should be able to clean up fairly easily. I don't think we're really going to have any issues with this. We can probably tell all of my soldiers to charge. Whether it'll make a difference or not, probably not. But we're just going to clean up, eliminate the enemy, and then we're going to have to turn our attention to the Northern Empire. I don't know where that army is planning on going next, but somehow we've got to put a stop to it. We have just received news that another Western Empire army has been defeated. Surely the war is in our favor now. Surely it can't go on for that much longer, and we're only on 28 out of 100? No, something can't be right here. I mean, if we take a look at the kingdom, we have killed 8,500 of them. How are you telling me, after 8,500 dead soldiers, we're still only about a third of the way there to winning the war? But we seem to have other issues right now. The Sturgians will not give up this castle. They are back with yet another army. We're going to wait inside. Are you going to attack me this time, my friend? No? You're going to run away? That's what I thought. Hang on a minute. You're going to burn a village in front of me instead? By the time we reach the enemy army, an additional lord has joined them, but that is not going to stop us. We cannot allow them to burn our villages. We can't sit there as innocent villagers die. The question is, will the enemy march to us, or are we going to have to march to them? It looks like they're closing in the distance on us, which means they are coming. The terrain is a bit of a weird one. They have to scale this mountain in order to get to us. But it's perfect because the archers will eliminate most of them as soon as they make their way over. Hold on a minute, I see a banner. Have they finally arrived? Have they finally made it over the mountain? Are they really gonna form a shield wall on top of the mountain? Is that their tactic? They really wanted the high ground that badly? And now they're running down the other side. What is going on here? Have you come to fight or not? Or do you want to play a quick game of King of the Hill? Okay, I think they heard me and they've come to fight. Or have they? I don't really know anymore. They're now running away. What is going on up there? We have started eliminating a few of the enemies, but they're still not budging. Hold on a minute, is that it? Have they finally decided to come down the hill? They have finally realized it was a waste of time and I don't want to play King of the Hill. They have finally reached the shield wall. It only took them about 5 minutes, I swear. Actually, we can take a look. It took them 3.5 minutes to finally march and meet us on the battlefield. That's 3.5 minutes of my life I'm not getting back. Don't you see we have places to be, people to kill? I can't afford to waste 3.5 minutes waiting for you to climb a mountain. The enemy have almost been defeated. Not much longer now. Surely they can't build another army after this. The Sturgians have to be defeated by now. There is just one man on a horse remaining. Actually, that's a lie. Who are you and why won't you die? Why is no one trying to kill this man? Thank you. Do you really want to do this, my friend? Do you really want to build another army? If we take a look, how many of you do we have locked up? We have 27 of you locked up. Do you really want to continue this fight? We could consider making peace with them right now. It does have majority support, so maybe that's what we'll do. I think I'll use the little bit of influence to try and end this war. It's not like we're going to run out anytime soon, and we are going to make peace. There we go. That is another war over and done with. I now have to try and find a way to defeat the Empire. We've got a bit of time now that we've made peace with the Aserai and made peace with Sturgia. It eases off the pressure a little bit, and we can now fight back. Previously I said we couldn't take any enemy territory because we were so scattered and we were at war with so many people, it was just too much of a risk. But now that we're at war with only the Empire, we can fight back. This is where the battle will turn in our favour. The Southern Empire has yet to make an attack on us, so we can ignore them, which means there are only two empires we have to focus on. The North and the West. The West, I don't know what's going on at this point. They're just too stubborn to die. But the North, on the other hand, they seem to be the powerhouse in this war. Maybe I can siege this castle and try to bait them out. The entire garrison is wounded because apparently they've starved. I didn't even do it. They just naturally starved. That's the Empire for you. But one of two things is about to happen. Either A, we get an easy win and we retake the castle, or B, a Northern Empire army is about to show up out of nowhere and kill us. Well, out of the two ways it could have gone, it has actually gone the easier one. We only have to eliminate a militia of 139. They do have some catapults, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I did bring a ram and tower into battle with us, but with how little defenders there are, I might just lift the ladder right now and start the invasion. Is there any point in hanging around? We can probably cut through them quickly and get this battle over and done with. The longer we take to push the tower, the more catapult fire we're going to be hit by. And I'm about to make it inside. Don't you dare throw me off that ladder, man. That's what I thought. Back down, my friend. Back down. And we're in. Okay, I'm about to get sent straight back out, apparently. I require some assistance, soldiers. I am being gang attacked by the mallet crew. Would anyone like to assist me? There we go. The distraction. Someone climbed the ladder and they turned their back to us. And now we strike. Foolish mortals. You don't realize what you have done. You have allowed us to run right through your defenses. And we're not going to stop till every man in this castle is dead. I will single-handedly swipe through you all. I shall even take your catapults as my own. Okay, I just punched a man. I didn't mean to do that. I forgot after using a fire pot, it doesn't swap back to your sword. I'm just gonna keep throwing fire pots at people. It's kind of entertaining. Hold on a minute. How did you not die from that? There we go. I have run through the entire enemy defenses. Meanwhile, the ram is still trying to breach the front gate. Really, men? Really? We did lose a few Fian champions to the catapult fire, but overall it wasn't too bad. We should be able to recover from this. And now we just sit and wait. I can't imagine the Northern Empire is going to be too happy with us retaking the castle. There has to be an army come in at some point. Surely they're not going to let us get away with it. They may have just let us get away with it. There is no sign of a single enemy lord near. Oh, hang on a minute. Army assembling. I repeat. Army assembling. He wants to raid this village, but he's not going to raid it for as long as we're here. We stop him from doing anything evil for now. But when the lords begin to join him, we'll have to see what happens. Okay, the lords have answered the call, it seems. Was it a good idea or was it a bad idea to allow the army to build up in size? I want one decisive battle where we take them all down. That would be the ideal scenario, but if I allow them to become too big, we won't be able to do anything against them. We won't be able to stop them. And one of our armies has just been defeated by the Western Empire. This isn't good because it sets us back in our progress. Although our progress is at an all-time high. I don't think we've had it this high since the quest begun. Meanwhile, the Northern Empire army is now at 540 soldiers. Are there any more lords on the way? Or is that it? Is that all you could muster up? I'm not too sure what the enemy are planning right now, but they've been sieging this castle for a while. They won't launch the attack, and it's probably because the power bar is too even. So they're trying to weaken us down, and if we wait any longer, the men will begin to starve. So I'm considering sallying out and destroying this army. But a Southern Empire army has actually just wandered past us and is on its way to the other castle. This is interesting. This is the first time the Southern Empire have entered the battlefield. But I think this will be the tactic. I think we sally out and defeat the Northern Empire army. And then the Southern Empire army might do a U-turn and come for this castle straight after. The issue we have, food is at an all-time low, which means the militia, or the garrison at least, is on the verge of starving. So before they starve and get defeated, we should sally out while we have the numbers. Our allies have run to their death. We tried stopping them, but there was nothing we could do. I'm not in control of them and they won't listen to my orders. It has been an absolute slaughter. Not a single one of them will make it out alive. And now the Empire charges us. Okay, into position, men. Into position. Infantry, I am going to need you to shield wall. There is a lot of cavalry running at us right now. All I see is a wave of purple. It's just purple everywhere, man. Oh no. Hold on a minute. Are they backing off? Are they giving us a bit of breathing space? That's probably the worst decision you can make when I have 200 archers pointing at you. Although that being said, the cavalry is now killing the archers. Never mind, the cavalry is now running away once again. What is going on here? What is the strategy, my friend? He's using his cavalry as some kind of shock troop to do like waved attacks on us, but it's not really working for him. As for the enemy infantry, it's kind of just sat back there not doing an awful lot. They're about to engage the shield wall, but by the time they get there, there won't be much of them left. And the cavalry, on the other hand, is pretty much eliminated. We just have to try and cut our way through them now. And then we gotta turn our attention straight after this battle to the Southern Empire. I don't know how we're gonna do it, if I'm completely honest with you. We're probably gonna have to hide in the castle and maybe go for the siege defense. That might be our best play, assuming they're interested in the castle. If not, then the plan goes completely out the window. They're just not going to break through the shield wall. I don't know why they always attempt to. No one will break through my Battanian shield wall. Our perks have basically been chosen to make the shield wall indestructible. This is why I have also gone for one-handed combat, so I can choose all of the shield perks. It is futile, my friends. You are not breaching our ranks. And the battle is over. Now we need to try and attract the attention of that Southern Empire army. What attracts the Empire? If they're anything like the Swardians from Warband, we could just wave some butter on the walls. That would soon get their attention. But I don't know if it'll be good enough for this type of empire. We're gonna wait inside, and they're coming! The butter was a success! I don't even know if I have butter, to be honest with you. We do have butter. We only have 5 though. Butter stocks are low, it seems. The idea that you can feed your entire army off butter alone, just the idea of seeing your entire army sit there with sticks of butter just chewing on it like it's a snack. I don't know, man. What kind of messed up world do you have to be in order to just start snacking on sticks of butter? But enough of the butter. We are in a life or death situation. There are 700 Empire soldiers outside the wall wanting us dead. And it is time for the battle to begin. The enemy have built a ram, a tower and a trebuchet. They tried tearing down our walls, but our siege defenses put a stop to that. Once more, men, I ask that you defend your homeland. Put your lives on the line and defeat our enemies. The kingdom shall not fall today. I have a fire ballista this time. I don't know how effective it is. Can it destroy the siege equipment instead? Is that what we should use it for? I have no idea. Is 90 damage a shot actually a good amount of damage? Or not? I have actually managed to destroy the tower with the ballista? I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think we'd do anywhere near enough damage. The only problem is now though, I have now funneled the entire enemy soldiers out of range of my ballista. Well, this isn't good. As a last resort, I shall kill the bannerman running for his life. There we go. And hang on a minute. We've won? What happened? I just spent the last 2 minutes firing at the siege tower, and before you know it, we've taken down 200 enemies and won the battle. Great success, I guess. I can see now why the Southern Empire has never entered the battlefield before. If that's the kind of performance they're gonna pull off, that was disrespectful. That was embarrassing. You call yourselves a kingdom after that? I'm not gonna let you leave. There shall be no survivors after a performance like that, my friend. We are now going to defeat the rest of the Southern Empire army. As I said, that performance from them was just embarrassing. We can't allow them to escape. They have to be punished for what they just tried pulling off. The enemy forces have charged us head on, which is great because it means we don't have to charge them. But what is going on here? First the poor siege performance, and now this battle has been an absolute slaughter. Is the Southern Empire the worst of the empires? Should we have defeated them long ago? Since they've always been on the other side of the map, we've never had to face them in battle before. Or I kinda wish we did if this was gonna be the result. Morale seems to be at an all-time high right now. The Battanians are rallying and we are actually taking the fight to the enemy. One of our settlements is under siege, but an army has already moved in to eliminate them. Our allies have taken a castle. Another ally of ours has crushed the rebels to the west. We took our castle back from the enemy. Overall, it is starting to look great again. Our kingdom is coming back to life. As for the wars themselves, it genuinely feels like we're making no progress. We're not getting any closer to defeating the Empire. Defeating their armies is not good enough. In order to turn that progress bar around, we've got to conquer their territory. So in order to win, we have to launch our attacks now. While we have peace with the Aserai and Sturgians, this is our best opportunity. The issue we have right now is that we can't build an army of our own. There are no lords available to recruit since we already have 2 armies on the battlefield, and every other lord is trying to recover from the brutal wars that we've just had. Actually, that seems to be a lie. There are a couple of lords available, and they do have a decent amount of soldiers. If we summon the Bannerman, make an army of our own, we can begin our fight back against the Empire. We can start conquering their territory. I think I'll move in from the north since we already have armies in the south. We'll hit them from above and we'll work our way down through their territory. We will win these wars. We will defeat the Empire. It may take us years. It may take us decades. But we will see the fall of the Empire at some point. Whether it is by my hands or whether it is by the hands of future generations. We will not stop until we have achieved our goal. But I'm afraid that's all we have time for now. Join me next time when we launch the attack on the enemy. We will be the aggressors for once. But as always, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.